Okay folks, so here I have the new set of ND filters from Freewell. These are to be paired with the DJI Mini 4 Pro. It's important to note that filters for the Mini 3 Pro are not compatible with this drone. So this is the Mega Pack and it contains 16 filters in total. However, if you don't need everything that is on offer here, then these filters are also available in smaller packs as well. Full disclosure, Freewell did send this to me in exchange for some video content, so I thought we'd start today with the unboxing. But before we do that, just a very brief tutorial that if you do want to set up an ND filter on your Mini 4 Pro, then it's a simple case of twisting the original lens cover there until it comes off, okay? And then you take your ND filter, I know this is the original lens cover, but pretend it's a filter, pop it on at a slight angle, and then twist until it clicks back into place. So it's a really, really easy process. So one thing I do like about Freewell's filters is that they are definitely of a more premium quality, and they are some of my favourites. And I'm not just saying that because they sent this to me. I've been using Freewell filters for a long time. So before we go into more detail with the filters themselves, let me just show you that also inside the box, you do get a few instructions, some stickers for your drone, and also a cleaning cloth, which is really helpful if you do get fingerprints on the filters. You can see that they do come supplied in this nice carrying case to keep things organised. And to start with, we have the standard ND filters, and it looks like these range from ND16 right up to ND256, but then we do also get an ND512 filter and an ND1000 filter. Now the 512 and 1000, they are kind of niche, but they are going to be useful if you want to capture some really long exposure shots. In terms of ND16, probably up to I'd say probably usually ND64 or maybe 128 at a push, depending on how bright a day it is. Then they are typically going to be for when you want to capture motion blur in your video shots. And effectively, many people would say that motion blur does provide a more cinematic look to the footage. We then have a number of protective filters here. So these will protect the drone's sensor against the sun, but just bear in mind that you will be using these instead of the ND filters. So they are perhaps a good idea to use if you don't want to use a filter for a particular reason, but are better than the standard lens cover that comes with the Mini 4 Pro. And then the bottom collection here, we have more ND filters ranging from ND16 to ND256, but these have the polarizing lenses as well. Now you will see that there's a little H and a little V on top here. You can actually twist these filters around in order to select whether you are going to be shooting in horizontal or vertical modes. The one I am intrigued to test out, I've not tried one of these before. I believe they're calling it the snow filter or something similar. You can see on this, there's kind of like a sparkleness to it. And this is going to provide an interesting effect when we are actually flying. So yeah, I want to try that one out for sure. But in conclusion, folks, do you even need to get a pack of ND filters such as this? Well, it's important to remember that the DJI Mini 4 Pro has a fixed aperture. Okay, that means that you cannot close the lens here to allow in less light. It is a fixed aperture of, I believe, 1.7. So all you can really adjust on here is the shutter speed and the ISO. So by using ND filters, that is going to allow you to limit the amount of light that is captured by the sensor, and therefore, as I say, give you that motion blur in a way that just isn't normally possible. So if that is the sort of thing you want to be able to do in order to up the cinematic look of your shots, then yeah, these Freewell filters are going to provide you with that opportunity. But I'm looking forward to getting the drone out and testing these out in more detail. In the meantime, folks, happy flying, and I'll see you soon.